The phone lit up at 2:13 a.m. Her name, my wife. I answered with the fog of sleep still clinging to me, but the sound that came through wasn't hers. It was laughter. Low, male, too close to her. The line went dead before I could speak. I lay there, staring into the ceiling silence, my chest rising like a tide I couldn't push back. She turned beside me, feigning the weight of dreams, breath measured, too steady. But I'd heard it. And in that small rupture of sound, my world cracked. Morning light carried no warmth. She moved through the kitchen, humming, pouring coffee, lips touching the rim as if nothing had shifted. But I replayed the call, every second, every echo of that man's voice. I studied her carefully, the way her phone never left her hand, how she lingered longer in the bathroom, the sudden smiles at nothing. I wanted to believe it was imagination, some cruel trick of exhaustion. But trust doesn't shatter with force, it splinters quietly, fiber by fiber, until all that remains is a hollow frame. She kissed me before leaving for work, lips soft, eyes still. A kiss practiced, not lived. And I knew then, something lived between us, a shadow I hadn't invited in. I didn't accuse, didn't question. Instead, I studied, quietly, coldly. Her phone was locked, but routine is weakness. She typed the code in front of me once, thought I wasn't looking. I stored it. Waited until sleep claimed her. The messages were there, buried under false names, hidden threads. Words that stripped the mask clean. I need you. Last night was worth the risk. My heart didn't race. It slowed, became deliberate. I made copies, dates, photos, proof, cataloged with military precision. I traced the number, found his face. A man I had called a friend. A man who smiled at my table, drank my whiskey, and called me brother. I said nothing, not yet, because silence, I learned long ago, is deadlier than rage. 2 weeks later, the DNA kit arrived. My daughter had her eyes, her smile. But doubt is poison. It demands feeding. I swabbed, sealed, sent, waited. The results came in a plain envelope. I opened it at the desk where I once planned our future. Words burned through me with surgical precision. Not the biological father. Not mine. His. I folded the paper once, slid it into my pocket. That night, she came home late, smelled of perfume that wasn't hers, laughed at a joke I didn't ask for. I handed her the envelope. No words, just the truth in paper form. Her face drained, hands shook. It's not, I cut her off with silence, the kind that suffocates, the kind that makes excuses crumble into dust. The next evening, I invited him, the friend, the man who thought betrayal was a secret well dug deep. He walked in, smiling, oblivious. She sat at the table, pale, broken. I placed the test results between them, like evidence at trial. His grin faltered, her breath caught. Neither spoke. I leaned back, steady, my voice a blade drawn slow. You stole what wasn't yours, and you, I met her eyes, glassy with fear, gave it freely. No shouting, no chaos, just the weight of truth pressed down until neither could lift their heads. Then I stood, collected my keys, walked past them both, leaving the ruin they had built with their own hands. I didn't return, didn't answer her calls, didn't read her messages that begged for forgiveness, for explanation. There is no forgiveness for betrayal. There is no explanation that restores the dead. The house is empty now. Silence reigns. But in that silence there is clarity. I think of my daughter sometimes, how she smiled at me, how I loved her as mine. And perhaps that was enough. Perhaps love itself is ownership, not blood. Still, the truth has weight. It strips illusions, leaves only bone. I carry that bone now, clean, sharp, unbreakable. And when I look back on it all, I feel nothing. Because love may bind, but betrayal sets you free. I didn't lose a wife. I buried a lie.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.